play sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Coming up next.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100.
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. On play action, Lawrence rolling to his right. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Pushes him aside at the 45. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Another tote for Etienne. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
Play action. It's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and 5. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 27 yards. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And just shutting him off there. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Second and 10. ETN once more. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. 3rd and 2 as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And we're down to the 41. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Lawrence. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Gabriel Davis, 40 yards. And the Jaguars are once again back in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Herbert. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Now this one finds McConkey. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
First down, Chargers.
Herbert now. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Will Disley from 13 yards out. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead is now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Lawrence will throw. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's Lawrence. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty. And
his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
The tight end in motion right. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Again, Herbert. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Herbert off of play action. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Hayden Hurst from 6 yards away. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Pass midfield, look out. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Deion Henley there on the tackle.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That sack by Khalil Mack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
ETN up the middle. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A timeout here for an injured player, and definitely not what this defense wants to see. It's Khalil Mack who's in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 39 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for two here.
The Jaguars will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Short throw to Disley. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 3rd and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. And he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. from the gun. Herbert on third down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Joshua Hines-Allen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Herbert running left off the option. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 24-21, a minute 52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Into the hands of Ingram. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Throwing now, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Here's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. That is caught. Down to the 10. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Now Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes 2nd down. Herbert. That's caught by Palmer. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip, try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.